Hi, this is a get ready with me as I get ready to go to breakfast. It is 7:27 a.m. and I just woke up around 6:30 a.m. I need to brush my teeth and make my bed, put it back in the couch. Hi, baby. And put my makeup and my outfit on, and I will see you soon. As you can see, I have gotten dressed. I put some lip balm on and some this under my now to get my makeup on and figure out what to do with my hair. Yeah. Okay, first things first, sunscreen. I need to put my hair back. Okay, hair back. One other sunscreen, just on the highlights. It's a shimmery sunscreen, so I'm only using it on the highlights. Okay, got all my sunscreen on. Next is primer. And I am also going to put on my eye primer while I'm at it. A search and rescue mission for Kenny commenced, and a search to hide the loved one. Very sadly, everybody wishes life. She explained that next is concealer. Sorry, I'm not talking much. I don't actually know what to talk about. And this is also my first video with me talking. Put on my foundation. Also, if you hear something in the background, it's me watching a YouTube video. I'm trying to figure out what to talk about. As of yesterday, I have been on a new medication, generic brand of Lexapro, for 4 weeks now. It is the first time I've actually been on any medication for my anxiety and depression. It's actually been really well. I have a lot more motivation to do stuff. My sleep has also been amazing. I have a lot of insomnia, so. And I've also been able to eat anytime I have really bad anxiety or depression. My appetite just goes out the window. So that has been very helpful. I actually had
depression and anxiety since childhood, but I have never actually gotten any help for it, which I really should have, but now I have. I just blended out my foundation, concealer, next is blush, and let's go with this one, Goji.
Just, you're welcome, just save it, just take it out, okay? Remember that even though it seems like so prevalent nowadays, just remember that very
Bring this out.
actually want to hurt animals. Like, I try to remember that on bourbon having
Okay, I have blended that out. Next is powder.
wasn't actually exposing anything that wasn't already public knowledge. So John Lane goes on to complain that he's being stalked and harassed by the president police after he exposed them for all of their shady practices, and because of the stalked and harassed cameras,
What else should I talk about?
he then writes a Facebook forum that led the way
Brows.
into uncovering a bunch of other stuff about them. Now, I will agree that it is pretty wild to self-inflict in such a way that it will be very, very difficult. However, I can
But yeah,
see
like I was
the fact
saying,
that,
I have
like touched on, he didn't really expose
really been
anything
enjoying
that
the
wasn't already public knowledge. So the
positive
police were,
aspects
like,
that
they
have
definitely like
come out of
John and everything, and I'm not saying
getting,
anything about this. It's not
sorry,
correct, because I absolutely
getting medication
I am not
for
twist
my anxiety and depression.
defending the police in any way, shape, or form.
It's just
However,
helped
I am saying that in this situation,
so much.
I don't know why they would do this when he
Sleep was
wasn't
the very
really
first thing I
kind of just
noticed.
like a rock in their
Almost
shoe.
instantly
He was just
improved.
annoying. He
I've
wasn't
had
actually threatening.
insomnia also since childhood. My insomnia is anxiety induced,
And
so
if he was showing signs of mental illness, it seems more likely to me that
yeah,
he would be happier if he was already feeling that
I
depression anyway, as he
get
was fine with
not a
taking,
lot of sleep,
you
or
know,
not a lot of
one
restful
vaccine or
sleep.
whatever, but that's
So
kind of how I
that was immediately the first thing I ever
for it to be
like noticed,
true, if that makes
almost
sense.
instantly.
Yeah, is
I
actually
the length. It's not the length of my sleep, but it's the restfulness and depth of my sleep that has been so much better. I did have some of the side effects, but not serious ones. Okay, eye makeup. I'll be using eyeshadow palette, Sugar Berry, but yeah, the symptoms side effects I had were fever. I had that for about 4 to 5 days, and then it just kind of slowly faded. It didn't last that long. I did have dizziness. Thankfully, the less drowsy motion sickness pills did actually help. I do suffer from equilibrium problems genetically on my mom's side. So I've had motion sickness since childhood, and in my all the way through my 20s up till now, I'm 32. I've had bouts of vertigo, which has not been fun. Thankfully, the motion sickness pills did help instead of making the dizziness worse. And it wasn't as bad as the vertigo attacks are, so it was manageable. I could deal with it. One thing I didn't know you would get, but I have seen some people comment on it, is excessive yawning. When you're tired, excessive yawning, and especially during the first, I'd say, week, I was just yawning all the freaking time. But yeah, that is died down. It's still there when I'm like super tired, so at nighttime I do yawn a bit more than normal, but it's not as much as it was when I first started taking it. And for me, I did not get the loss of appetite because my anxiety and depression caused a lack of appetite, so if anything, it actually helped my appetite because it was starting to manage my anxiety to where I could actually eat. Yeah, I get really nauseous when I have bad bouts of anxiety and depression. And last month just kicked my butt. And I haven't had a really bad dip in my depression in like a few years. So when I started getting the thought process and when I started noticing the symptoms of my depression starting to dip, that's when I knew I needed to do something because I did not want to go through another severe bout of depression again. It just, the last time just, yeah, it was not good. So I needed to do something, figure out something to help or manage it or do something. And hold on. This is what I'm using. I covered up my name stuff, but yeah, it's been, yeah, so I came across those ads on Reddit, and I looked up some reviews for it from people, and they had pretty good experiences, so I figured I would try that out since I don't have a general doctor. I never have, and not rich enough for that. And I also have never had any type of like mental health help, like therapy, which would probably help. I would love to have therapy, but yeah. So I figured that getting that, seeing if it would help, and it so far has. I'm very hopeful with how positive my experience has been, that it stays that way. And yeah, last month just doesn't help that since I've turned 32, my period for some reason has decided to just murder me. I've had such, ever since I've turned 32, my period has decided to not just give me cramps and back pain and tenderness, but now I get fevers and a lot of nausea and anxiety. And every single month I have gotten my period since I turned 32 last year, it is just ramped up each month. My fever, my nausea, my anxiety. And then I have my anxiety issues with not being able to eat. So that just made all of that worse. So I have, so yeah, last month just was terrible. Do this one. And I have not had that bad of a bout of anxiety where it has like triggered my depression. So that was a little startling for me. And yeah, I just needed to do something at that point. Hopefully I can continue to be able to afford it with what's going on in the United States, because that's where I live. Doesn't help that I got my period around the time that the whole tariffs were announced, or well, put into place. That did not help my anxiety. And then to have my period, to be starting my period during that, because I get symptoms of the anxiety, fever, and nausea like about 2 to 3 days before I get my period. And then I get my period and it slowly leaves, and then finally when my period's over, I'm more or less back to normal. I have general anxiety, so I always have like an underlying issue or an underlying thing of anxiety. It's always there, whatever I do. But yeah, having that type of anxiety happen every single month is not fun, obviously. It's also not great for my physical or mental health. Like, it just zaps my energy, so I can't really, I don't have the energy or even the strength to do much for those good, like, for a good week to week and a half. My energy is just shot. And then, sorry, I was checking the time. Then my, don't even remember what I was talking about. But yeah, it doesn't also help that I have such bad nausea that I can't really eat, so that's not helping my energy, obviously. And then I have the anxiety that also does not help with releasing my appetite, which again does not help with my energy. So I basically am pretty much out of commission. But I just had my period, like, my period just finished like 3 days ago, and it was, the anxiety was still there, the nausea was kind of still there, fever still there, but it was more manageable, much more manageable than it has been in a long while, because it has been nearly a year since that has started, because I am turning 33 in August, and it is now May, so yeah, it has been a long while of experiencing that. I'm gonna go back in blush palette, Goji, but yeah, it's been super helpful. They're more manageable. I will say my sleep did end up suffering when I got my period. Instantly knew within that day, after I woke up and noticed my sleep was not the greatest. Looked on my Fitbit app that tracks my period, and it mentioned my period's gonna be here soon, so I was like, oh, that's why I didn't sleep well. So my sleep did suffer. I did have a bit of anxiety, but it wasn't there the whole day, and it was also manageable enough I could actually do stuff. I actually had energy, which I've not had that in a long time. So that was just, the fact that it helped with that was amazing. Anybody watching, have any of you guys who experience periods, have any of you guys had issues with your mental health, like right before and during your periods, because I don't feel like that's normal. Like, sorry, thought I had an eyelash. I don't think that's normal. Like, a normal symptom of your period. Doesn't help that I didn't have like PMS or anything like that for the longest time with my period. Like, all I got was cramping, severe cramping, very bad cramping, and back pain and tenderness. I never got like any other symptoms. And then I ended up having ear issues and lost my period, and then it came back very light, no cramping at all, anything like that. And that stuck around until I turned around 20, in my late 20s, like 27, 28. And then it just kind of ramped up each year, those pain, those symptoms, and then 32 happened, and I just started getting really severe anxiety. I don't know why that happened. So, yeah, if anybody watching who experiences that type of stuff, let me know if it's like something. Yeah. Next, I'm gonna do a little bit of this card again. A little bit of this shade. Just here. But yeah, if any of you guys gone through that, yeah. I'm still getting back on track with my sleep. Yeah, because that did mess up my sleep, kind of. Let's see. I'm gonna use this. I'll be back in a second. Okay, back. Did that? Did the wing? Hopefully it looks okay. And finally, this on my waterline there. And last two things. Mascara. Well, last three things. There. I don't really do my bottom lashes. I feel like it looks weird when I put mascara on my bottom lashes. They're actually pretty long and they're noticeable, so I feel weird. I'm gonna put a little bit more lip balm on. So freaking hot. too hot to wear lip stuff. And finally, this. And figure out what to do with my hair. Too hot. I think to have my hair down. I think it's going to be around 100 degrees today. So yeah. I don't know if I want my hair down. It has grown quite a bit since I cut it. Cut it like, cut it in January, like beginning of January of this year. And it has grown quite a bit since then. Thankfully my hair grows fast. So if I do regret it, it grows fast. But she has grown fast. Yeah, you can kind of see the root, how much it's grown. It grows like, I think half an inch. From what I've noticed, it grows about half an inch each month. From what I've noticed when I used to dye my hair. I've been wanting to just grow it out, even though I don't particularly like my natural hair color. I feel like it's too dark for me. I feel like I fit better with lighter hair, but I don't want to have to do the dyeing of it every single month, because if I don't do it every month, then I end up banding, and I have to do my hair myself. So yeah. So yeah, it's been kind of a journey, even in these few months, to get comfortable, not feel like it looks weird. Maybe a few pieces. Make it look less weird. Okay. Now I need to figure out earrings. Just gonna do stars. I also need to wash my hands, and my other cat is in my sink, of course. It's hot here, and air conditioning is expensive in the summer, so I have like a bunch of fans going, and of course it's still hot, and of course she's laying in the sink, it's cooler. Stars, and need to wash my hands. I'll be right back. Okay, wash my hands. She was probably going to be back in that sink soon. I feel with only 2 minutes on. I normally wear about 3, so I feel good. Also need to change the strap on my Fitbit watch. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, back. I switched out that. I am also questioning if I should. I'm already wearing jeans, which is, I'm not comfortable wearing shorts. I should get comfortable with it considering how hot it is here. And it's more than likely gonna pass 100 today. So I'm questioning if I should be wearing the boots or not, but I already have them on. I also sprayed some perfume. As you can tell, I actually really enjoy the smell of this. And so let me show you my outfit. And I will be ready to go. And that is my outfit. Let me back up. That is my outfit. Yeah, that's it. So let's go. And here we are. I just finished getting my breakfast. And there we go. I am going to go to the park and enjoy my breakfast. See you guys later.